Hi, everybody. Kelly and I are here again today, and we have the garden here. So, oh, I'm glad Angela's here. I sent on to Danny how accurate you thought the past life reading was for you yesterday. I can't say that I know I've ever read for anyone from Finland before, but I think you have a beautiful country. My ex-husband wanted to emigrate there at one point, and we looked at lots of pictures, and it looked gorgeous. You had the good sense to not let him in, so I want you to know you're very intelligent people. He's dead. He's on the other side. My statements can't hurt him anymore. Anyway,
That's funny.
We're ready to go, and you know how this goes. We start with Kelly and I are going to disappear. We're going to make the table the main person. Boop. This was freaking Danny out yesterday when I was moving us all over the place. And we're going to go to the I bannered the questions that we got.
You're so organized. I love it.
And this is, if you want a question answered, type it now so we have some lead on it, because that's what Kelly helps me do besides filling in my readings and the holes that I leave in them. But if you type your questions in caps, then we can see them. And you guys have no idea what a difference that makes when you're trying to look down the feed.
Yep.
And our first question comes from Oyster D. Why is her sister so tired? And I was going to roll this in the garden, and then Kelly will take a look at it from her perspective. And why is Oyster D's sister so tired? Well, it's going to get better this fall because all of her power things have shown up in the fall. You know, this is winter, spring, summer, and this is fall. And what I'm reading for her body and her clarity are in the past. She's dwelling on some stuff. She's really dwelling on some stuff. That's what her body's telling me. And her clarity is she's going to have to pull something out of things she's already done well in her life in the past and bring them forward to pull herself out of this. And I think part of it is like, you know how you can say you got so involved in something that it hurt? Well, that's kind of what she's been doing. And her way of dealing with the pain is to go to sleep. Her values are in restate. And rethink. She's been blinded by some fool's gold, but she's moving away from it. It's been in the past. And she's looking for new patterns for her values that are very much needed. Also in the past, she has her mind. And it says break from previous patterns. That goes along with this being tied to the past. She needs to move out. Now, her spirit, which is what's going to pull her out of this, is in the root chakra, which is great. It's a great place for the spirit to be. And it says she needs to connect more to her spirit. I think she's living in her head. What card did you pull?
This is from the Chakra Insight card. This is the root chakra. It's family, which is community, belonging, culture, and tribe.
Yeah, she needs to go back to something she's been good at in the past or good with in the past. I'm going to roll one more. I'm going to roll the clarity stone in to see if we can see how to give her a little bit more, give you more direction on how to talk to her. Because I'm sure if you go in and say it's something from your past, she's pretty aware of that. Okay. Her clarity is in water.
Yep. That's exactly where it is, Nancy Jean.
Okay. And I'm losing my things here. She really has all the clarity she needs, but she needs to follow the one path she finds most difficult to resolve this life situation. So she's on the horns of a dilemma.
Yeah.
And she just that's why she's tired. Yep. And having lived between the horns of a dilemma for about 10 years of my life, she has my sympathies. Okay. Next question.
Can I throw this card up too?
Sure.
This is really interesting. You threw the stone into water, and this is from the Empath Empowerment deck. Enjoy the tranquility of water.
Mm-hmm.
So the message on the bottom of the card to remove stress. Sorry. immerse yourself in a soothing bath. Walk near a body of water or gently splash water on your face. And I got these 3 cards that fell out. And notice the coloring. All the coloring
all
is
blue.
the same, right? So that's mountain, which is setting intentions. We've got wilderness, which is feeling. So this is her like uncontrolled feelings, right? That feeling of
Right.
being slightly lost or not like confused in terms of her direction. And then I've got hurricane, which is centered. So I think some grounding, some self-care will really, really help. And then, of course, that cleansing sound of the water, right? So maybe like a sound machine or maybe like a little table fountain, right? To listen to the water sort of.
Find something to replace the ringing in your ears.
Yes.
Okay. So Engla contacted us yesterday, and I don't know if you saw the show, but Danny and I were doing past lives, and we read on her, and her question was, has she always lived in Finland? And then when we looked at it, we said no, but she'd sailed around the world quite a bit. But Danny's first impression, he said, was she's lived most of her life up in the northern, up in that area. Right, and she wrote me back today, and she said, we were spot on about seeing her with trees and liking sailing, both of which are things she likes. And she loves Egyptology, which I saw that she was fascinated with Egypt, and I read that she'd lived there, and that may be why you're fascinated there. I'm so excited to have someone here from Finland, because I don't know that I've ever read anyone from Finland before, but thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
We got another feeling drained, TJ. So we're going to roll on TJ's stress. You got it. Oops, you don't belong here. I picked up a stone that doesn't even roll in there. And I'm pulling it out because I don't want to go to the stress of the turbo. Okay, your body's right in the middle of all the elements. It's all about your past. It's needing to ground your thoughts and get your feet on the ground. You're way, way, way over. You're tied to a lot of false energy from the past. You're feeling very trapped, but your good signs. Okay, that's why you're feeling stressed. The good news is you got spirit and go for it. And that means spirit will align with any new ideas you have that can help you get out of this. And your clarity isn't true. Your ideas are correct. And you've got your values in your crown chakra, which is just couldn't be a better place for it to be. And it says, this is going to help you. This energy that's going on around you now is going to help you build your confidence to connect your energies. So you see what it is? You need to just understand you need to pull out of this, and you have the power to do it. You've got your spirit's aligned with it, your clarity's aligned with it, but mostly your values, your grounding, the pyrite is pulling you out and saying you can correct your way out of this. What do you see, Kelly?
Okay, so I've got make peace with uncertainty, right? It may take a while to find clarity about a situation. Be patient. Know that invisible healing forces are at work during this phase. I got flames of desire. Now, don't anyone get excited about this card. Let them shine out in radiant light and shun the dark paths.
Okay, that's get rid of these guys. Get those off the board.
Yeah. And then the last card that I got, this is from the heart chakra. This is connection. So universal oneness, love, interconnection, and support. Right? So
yes. You need to go connect to the people you want to connect with instead of the people you think you should connect with.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm excited about the next question. Nope. Where'd it go? Okay. There it goes. Old Painter. She's got a new guide. Eleanor. Is it her aunt who died young? So I'm going to do, is it your aunt who died young first with the pendulum?
Hi, Diana.
Hi, Diana. I've had Diana on my show. She's absolutely marvelous. And she has a wonderful Instagram where she shows a painting or two a day. And if you haven't seen this woman's artwork, it's unbelievable. I was with a friend of mine who also paints and has painted since she was a young girl when I was in Colorado. And I was showing her the painting. She now joined to see it. She said, I've never seen anyone work in so many mediums and have them be just flawless.
I mean, she is just a gift. She truly is a gift.
Even though she and I had a bizarre conversation, which I'll discuss. Okay, is this your aunt? No, it's someone who was sent by your aunt. You got between kind of a yes and a no.
Right.
So I don't think it's your aunt necessarily, but it's someone who was sent by your aunt. But let's see. Or someone who knew your aunt? I don't know. We'll see what Kelly comes up with for that. I'm going to see about using this guide. Cool.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. We got body and root chakra, connection with security and physical form. This one's going to help you ground really, really well. They're also helping you go for it, which means they've been helping you with some things you've been thinking about doing. They're making your movement very, very easy. Very, very easy right now. And you've got it in the sacral. Energy is freed to be used for creativity. This one's coming through to even help you with your artwork. You've also tied into this one in the past. And look for you're going to start reviewing some of the forms. I can't imagine a form that I've seen that you haven't painted, but you're going to come up with something new. It's like everything old is new again. You're going to find something you used to do, and you're going to find a new way to do it. And your mind is totally in the past, which is break from previous patterns, and you're trying to really learn from this experience. You've got, curiously enough, you've got your spirit right here in earth. And as you know, earth is when things emerge, water is when they're moving away, thoughts is when they're rising up, and fire relates to the past. So for the earth, you've got spirits transforming you right now, but it's not yet finished, and your values are there too. Final thoughts are coming about how to work with Eleanor. She's going to open up a lot of pathways for you because your clarity is coming out of use ideas from your past lives to find the new solutions. So I think she was sent by your aunt.
Yep.
Okay. So what'd you get, Kelly?
I've got the talent guides, which is just super interesting. So spirit mentors and teachers. So she's definitely there to teach you something. I've got this card here. Sorry, the cat's sitting in front of the screen and I can't actually see it. Like, there's Quincy. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Quincy.
Quincy
likes that card.
Yes, he does. So this is thought vibrations, right? Which is resonant choices and signature signals. And so I definitely feel like she's trying to point you in a direction, trying to show you something. I also picked up on the loss, so being in the past as well. And then I've got impasse, which is reflect and redirect your energy. So Diana wrote in the chat that she's been redoing a permaculture for her yard. And so I wonder if there's something in that process, something in the soil.
In the ground?
Yeah, something in the soil.
Well, we wish you well. It all looks positive. You're you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Going away, Kelly. Okay. Next question. We have another feeling drained question.
All right. I'm writing all the questions down, everybody. So I know that there's lots of questions in the chat, and I'm doing my best to get them all down.
Yeah, so I'm going to be over as soon as I'm finished with Vicky. But Vicky, you're feeling drained. You were the third feeling drained person that we had today. So we're going to see and you're going to see everybody's sort of drained for a different reason. You're drained for a different reason. We have to start at the heart. If you know anything about the garden, the heart is the gateway into the garden. And when your mind is locked up in your heart, it means your heart's opening up. No wonder you're tired. Your energy is moving, shifting in a different direction. When you move from your being a mind-based sensing to heartfelt sensing, it's exhausting because our heart our heart energy sphere around us is so much bigger than the little one that's around our head. I know when I was cracking open my heart, I was exhausted all the time, just
Yeah.
all the time. And then you in restate, this makes sense totally, because your spirit is having to, you're going in the right direction, but you're looking for clarification. Your body's trying to figure out what's going on around me. What's happening here. And a lot of your thoughts are your clarifications coming out of fire. Use ideas from your past. Don't dismiss your past completely. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, but pick up the best of the things that are there. And your body's between earth and fire. And this it's more in earth. It's actually just a little bit in fire. Fire is embodying your past, which makes sense with the clarity. But the earth says that your physical changes are coming. So I don't know if you've been trying to diet or if you've been thinking about dieting or changing your physical regimen, but that's going to be very successful. And I know it looks like the crown, your values fell into future, but when I'm looking at here, you did not a bit of that crystal made it in there. It's right on the edge. And your values are in the crown chakra, which is a wonderful place for them to be. And it says, this is helping you to give you confidence with your new abilities. You're the second person who was drained who got that role, where if something's happening in the universe, and we'll discuss that when Kelly's done, that's moving us forward. So I'm going to pull Kelly over with her cards so you can see them.
All right. Thanks, Nancy Jean. I just want everyone to know that I've got right up until Esther at my time 2:15.
Okay.
So I'm trying to keep track. So this is from the heart chakra. I've got forgiveness. I mean, what a beautiful card. Kind of like Lady Gaga, to be perfectly honest. Nice rainbow, right? Blowing on the dandelion, making a wish. This is about letting go, healing your growth and your compassion. Two cards actually fell out. This is from the crown chakra. This is guidance. So support, love, signs, and direction. And so I feel like working on that connection is to spirit is the thing that is going to help sort of reduce the feelings of tiredness, right? Sometimes when we don't understand that connection and spirit's like, knocking on the side of our head going, hello, I'm sending you signs, you're not paying attention. It actually is really exhausting because we're fighting it. So I want to say, open it up. And this is really interesting. This card literally shot right out of the deck. So if this makes sense, this is wonderful. It's a master number 22. The time for romance has come. See it as an opportunity for a radiant life. Now, whether you are, going to be getting into a new relationship or not, I don't necessarily take this as a romance card. I take this as, anyone that you're going to connect with that is like someone that you're connected to through your heart, if that makes sense, right? Like a best friend, a support person, a mentor, someone that's going to help you develop that connection. Maybe it's falling in love with spirit or spirit guide. That's what I got. I hope that makes sense.
Okay. And I'm going through right now. So I'm going to talk about why everybody's feeling drained. We went through 2 supermoons. We went through a couple of eclipses. We went through 8/8 Lionsgate, which turned out to be just an incredible 8/8 Lionsgate. I was in Denver at the time. And now we're pulling into another new moon, and this one's on the 27th. And I tell you what, guys, this one is where you can kind of roll into this super moon and say, and you can look at it and say, I'm going to rest my way through this. This moon is not pushing you on. It's not doing anything else. If you've thought about things and it's kind of gotten you ready, then you'll be able to move on and to roll with it. And I'm at the end. So I'm going to go back up to the top and we're going to pick up the people who put their questions in caps. Okay.
I did see that you started some, but I've got a couple more here for you.
Okay.
Angla, So 1:12 your time.
Okay, 1:12 my time. Okay. I'll watch out for her because I think there's somebody before that.
And then
Well,
Carol Lamb is also there, as
okay.
well as Kathy G. They're all at the same time, 1:12.
Okay,
And
1:12.
I think you got the Kathy G one.
I got
Yeah, I see the Kathy
I
G
have
one.
Melissa Carey. We're going to start with Melissa. She's at 102.
Yep.
And she wants to know, and I don't know why I did this, but before the show, I told we meet backstage and discuss things. And I mentioned to her that I was going to pull a deck that I don't use often, but this is for Melissa Carey. And this is from whatever spirit you were talking about that you wanted to know about. This is Von Prague's deck about spirits. It's about messages from heaven is what it's called.
Spirit past.
Yes, okay. Oops. Okay. And it's hard to lay on a silk scarf, guys. Okay.
Thanks everyone for being here and for supporting Nancy Jean. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, hit thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I have not gone to the thing where I won't answer your question if you're not a subscriber, but that may be coming. Also, go join Kelly on Dozen Cats for me, and I've got all that information about how to join our different things. And this says, I watch over you every day, and I forgot to bring the book to interpret.
Hi, Ivana. Sharon Sipe, I did see your message about.
I've marked your question.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And this one is the reason I use the little book that comes with it is his descriptions are so perfect, and I've never had time to memorize the books. Anyway, it says, I watch over you every day, the spirit you're talking about. Believe me when I tell you that I hear every one of your thoughts and know all of your life's desires, goals, and accomplishments. We have such a strong soul connection that part of my desire here is to watch over you there. Even though I can't take your test for you or interfere with your free will, I am sharing your space. I'm always influencing you to do the best that I know that you can do. I help bring into your life those important learning opportunities for your soul that needs to help it grow in order. Think of me as your guardian angel. We share a life together. I am the light that goes on before you, holds your hand, and shows you the way. Don't be surprised if a thought about me suddenly comes into your mind, seemingly at random. That is me standing next to you, letting you know that I'm still there with you. So that's what your message was from your spirit.
I love it.
I love that. I love his interpretations too.
So the first card that I pulled was Archangel Haniel. I mispronounced all the angels' names.
It's Haniel's right. That's my archangel. She's my signature.
Well,
angel.
she's beautiful. We have joy, blessings, and intuition. Okay, and I'm like, okay, well that's great. Can we get some more information? So then I went to the Sacred Traveler deck, and 3 cards fell out. We have Distant Thunder, Clear the Air. Okay. We have the Uncovering of a Treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. And then we have Mystic Healer, which is healing energy flows through you. And I feel like this is either you're trying to release, a heavy burden that you've been carrying, or you are scratching the surface and going deeper into your connection. It's one of those two things that your guides are trying to sort of help you with. That's what I feel.
I think the angel, the spirit from the other side, said, I sent this lesson to you because I knew you could handle it, and you're handling it.
Love it.
Could I have a reading from the garden?
Nancy Jean, should we close the questions now? Because I've got like a whole page here.
Yeah, you can close them.
So we're going to close the questions, everybody. I've got 2 more for you to mark down. Miter, hopefully I'm not mispronouncing that, at 121.
Okay.
And then Boho in Mexico at 123.
Okay.
And Melissa says, wow, beautiful. I understand that totally. Thanks so much, ladies.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I can't tell you. I mean, like what Engla did when she wrote and said, um, this is what, was meaningful to me. That really helps us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And okay, so our question is here. Could I have a reading from the garden, please? So I'm going to make the garden big, pretty as Kelly is, so you can see.
Thank you, Sharon.
Okay, you're in a foundational point in your life, and this could be just today, but because you've got most of your stones are hitting in the 4 elements, and I'm just giving you guys tips so you can follow when you're watching the garden. I know a lot of you know a whole lot about tarot just because you hear the readers talk about it. Trying to translate this, I did my second gardening class, and people who've been following it and working with it, they're really starting to learn how to use it, which is fun for me. Okay, now you've got your mind is in go for it, which is great.
Yep.
Your thoughts are leading the way. True. And when you get positive thoughts are helping you to manifest what you need. And water says you're letting go of a lot of limitations around you. You're in a really great spot right now. And your clarity is between the water and the earth. No, water and fire. I'm sorry. Water says that you have many paths ahead of you, and they're going to be all become very clear. And right now, your ideas, you're carrying them forward from past lives. So that's part of this flowing forward, letting go, figuring out what works. Your body's coming out of earth, and it means physical changes are coming, and your body's also partly in fire, which means you're learning from things in your past, and you're learning how to go beyond where you've been up until now, which totally ties together with this. Your spirit is in the path forward, and balance your energy if you want to move ahead. So that's your word of warning in this reading. You've got so much stuff going on. Balance the power and the energy you're putting into things. And your values are in air. Mental actions are your path to abundance. So I think this is a great reading. You are really the things that are rattling around in your head, in case you're wondering, yes, they're real, and you can make them work.
Yep. Thank you, Diana, for the donation. Michelle says, I made a big decision this week. It took me months to make it.
Cool.
Or are you done, Nancy Jean?
Yeah, I'm done. You want to go?
Sure.
So I just get into the questions and figure out where I am again.
All right, love. I just quickly threw down 2 tarot cards and I stopped because it can't get much better than this, in my opinion. So we start out with we start out with the Queen of Water, the Queen of Cups. This is all about your gift, right? Working on your gift. It's about working on that connection and tapping into all of your wonderful abilities as you sort of like unwrap them and expose them to the community, right? We have the 6 of Fire. This is about success and victory, being seen. There's a little bit of doubt, a little bit of self-doubt, a little bit of, confusion. Yeah. Like, am I doing the right thing?
Back here. Yeah.
That's normal. We all have that. And then I pulled this, so I hope that this is the thing that helps tie it up. See your emotions as teachers. I love this card because it's so true. Emotions can be vehicles for transformation, whether joyous or challenging. They can teach you how to overcome fear and cultivate your compassion. So when you have a thought or an emotion, like marinate in it a little bit, right? Write it down in your journal. Figure out why you reacted a certain way, and that will help you as you move forward.
Yeah. And also, Kelly, if you're writing it down in your journal, look at the words you're using.
Yeah.
Are you making yourself better, or are you making yourself worse?
Absolutely. Excellent point, Nancy Jean. Hi to everyone in the chat. Michelle says, thank you, spot on, second guessing my choice. Thank you, ladies.
And okay, this one says, you've just given me chills when we talked about where she was, and this is the next one we're going to answer. And we have Sharon Sipe is the world's best dragon slayer. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you. And boy, did you ever come to the right person, Sharon. I have 2 artificial knees. And I don't know what's MODS?
Mods. So she's
What?
asking if you can make some more people mods on your
Oh,
channel,
okay.
which I can
Oh,
help you with behind the scenes.
okay. Yeah, if you guys want to be Dragon Slayers, I have to know, and there's a way I can go set that up for you. So if you want to be a Dragon Slayer, put it at the bottom of the chat and I'll go ahead and make that. Okay. And your sister's knees. Okay, all I can tell you is I walked bone on bone for 10 years. I had my knees replaced right before my 65th birthday. It was like Freedom Day for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I know now physically why the earth did that, why the earth and the source did that to me, so that I would get out of a place I should not have stayed in. And I would never have walked away on my own. So it sat me in a chair, so I had no choice.
Right.
But I'm gonna see about your sister and her knee surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's feeling a lot of changes from the earth. Her spirit's transforming. It's not yet finished. Man, the day she can, it's not the first time you stand up on it, which they make you do the day they do the surgery, which is really freaky. But when the first time she gets through physical therapy and she's not exhausted, she's going to realize, God, I don't have pain. You get so used to the pain, you don't understand when you don't have the pain.
Yeah. Yeah, the day without the pain, or like the first day without the pain, is almost the day that freaks you out more than, because you're so used to it.
Yeah, it's like something that's always been anchoring me here. Minutes. The mind says that final thoughts to the situation are coming, which she'll get when she gets from the fight, and she's not going to be tied to, your sister's going to heal really well. She's not going to be tied to false energies of the past. Her body's also on earth. It got real crowded down here. Physical changes are coming. That's literally what it means. And then her value system in water means what am I doing? Okay. Grounding changes are settling into long-term patterns. She's going to really fit into this, and she's got clarity and go for it, which is just the best place ever. Move now on her intuitions, and she has her spirit, her clarity is going to come out of her root chakra, which is tying to cosmic wisdom. She's going to blossom absolutely after that surgery, and God bless you for going and helping her, because I know how tied down you feel. What you see, Kelly?
So real quick, I threw a couple of tarot cards just because, and I agree with everything that Nancy Jean said. I've got the Empress being the first card that came out, so this is about nurturing and taking action, right? So either that's what you're doing for her, or that's what she's doing for herself. Either way, it's a beautiful thing. I got new beginnings. This is a new stage in her life, pain-free, as Nancy Jean said, obviously on the other side of that surgery. Nancy Jean talked about the root chakra, and I pulled these 2 cards, and look at the orange. So that is the root chakra. We have the cat, which is speak your truth, right? Have strength, faith, and conviction. It has never been more needed. So, reminding herself, that this is the right thing for me to do, and not to sort of, falter in terms of like fear in, getting in her way. And then we have waterfall, which is persistence. So there's a message there, I think, about staying on top of it in terms of being confident, being positive, and nurturing herself as she, sort of heads towards the surgery, because it's scary, obviously, right? And of course, we send her lots of prayers and
lots of prayers, and let us know when it's happening so we can light a candle for her.
Absolutely.
Okay, honey. And then you're going away, Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a past life reading yesterday from Nancy and Danny at 1:30. My daughter went into anxiety attack. I would like to know why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card from a brilliant oracle deck that I use. I wrap up all my readings with it and say, this is what you need to work on. But it's called the surrender deck.
I love
And
that deck.
I know. I love this
Well,
deck.
that deck that you're using, Nancy Jean, the Power to Surrender, and this deck here, the Empath Empowerment, are both made by the same person, which is Dr. Judith Orloff.
Right.
Fantastic cards if you're looking to heal stuff.
Right. And it's to surrender to your addictions. And this is what I heard in my head. Your daughter's addicted to you. And if, as you're going through the changes you're going through, Esther, it's shaking her foundations. And this is how she feels about it. Yeah. Oh, no, mama can't change. Yeah. I need mama where I need mama. And it can be addictions to substances, food, people, anything like that. Take action to begin to heal that addiction and replace it with healthier attractions. So she needs to let go of the idea that if you change, her world's going to crumble. And I don't know why she feels that way. But this card would be the equivalent in the tarot deck to the devil, which is becoming, what they're doing is she's focusing on you so she doesn't deal with her own problems.
Yep.
And that's why she had that anxiety attack, because you got some enlightenment. You guys are really chained together. She responded that way to a reading.
I've got honor your inner child. Mm-hmm. And which is, I mean, it's interesting that the two faces on the two cards, right? They're very similar. Right. Between what Nancy Jean got and what I've got here. So focus on the inner child needs. Is the inner child afraid, or is it in need of more playtime? Cherish this precious being within you. And so I don't want to go off on a tangent, but I want Esther to know I have diagnosed anxiety panic disorder. I used to have 6 to 8 panic attacks a day. I want you to know that you can control it, that there are lots of things that she can do to help herself in terms of helping herself through a panic attack or to stop it. There's box breathing, there's tapping. She can do some visualization to assist her. I have all those samples on my channel, not trying to promote myself, just saying, like, I don't like hearing that anyone else is in that spot.
Please promote yourself. Please promote yourself, because you know more about anxiety than I do. And I have family members that are close by that suffer from it, but I don't.
Yeah, I just want Esther to know that what her daughter is feeling is, okay, so this is the most important thing that I've ever learned about anxiety. Anxiety is based on fear of the unknown, fear of change. Oftentimes when the fear is presented to us or the change is presented to us, we have a tendency to embrace ourselves in a way of isolating and protecting ourselves from said fear. Avoidance of fear actually breeds more anxiety. So there's something to what Nancy Jean said, that your daughter is tied to you, connected to you. If you're changing, you are her rock, you are her norm. And if you are changing, her foundation feels like it's coming out from underneath her. So I highly suggest that you have a conversation with her. Keep talking to her about these changes. Make her a part of them in terms of the excitement of what's happening to you, so she's less afraid of it and more embracing of it.
Right. You need to raise your vibrations. That's what you can do most of all. And the other card you got is claim your own art, claim your own self, claim the canvas your life is becoming, because staying back to try and hold her up just locks her more tightly into that fear.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope that helps. And we really, normally when we read, we don't cause people more anxiety. That's not the way it's supposed to work. Okay, we're like a reading on what's up for me. And we got the garden out here. So Kathy G. What's up with Kathy G?
And thank you, everyone, for being so kind to Esther and Esther's daughter. By saying, so many wonderful things and giving a great sense of support. This is why I love this community in the chat. Phenomenal. And Jen, blessings to you, my friend.
Okay. And Kathy G, what's coming up for you? Okay, let's see what's coming up. Okay. Your clarity's moving in the path forward. Your body is, you're reassessing a lot of your life right now. Mind is in earth. values. You're looking at your values. You're really reevaluating a lot of stuff, and your spirit's drawing you forward. So the way this all works is your mind is in earth. Final thoughts on your situation is coming. Your clarity is in the path forward, and it says, look carefully at omens and before you move forward. You're getting a ton of synchronicities, and they're telling you which direction to move in. Right now in restate, rethink what's going on around you so you're not blinded by fool's gold. It may look like gold, but it's not. Evaluate, go for the real gold. And your body is embodying things from the past that are useful for you to carry forward with. And then you got spirit on the little thing where I have to read 6 different spaces. Thank you. Movement right now is easy for you. Transmutation is almost completed. You're pulling away from ideas from the past that had clouded you before now, and you're aware of it. You've almost missed this transformation. It's almost complete. You say, what's coming up? You're living in it. What's coming up is where you are right now. And then in your root chakra, you've got connection with the spirit is what you need to fulfill this situation. And you're going into a very creative period for you. I don't know if you're creative, but even if you work in an office or do something like that, it's going to open up for you so that, and I don't know what's wrong with my scarf today. You're moving forward. If you find a creative way to make my scarf sit down, let me know. Kelly in.
Oh my gosh. So I've got the throat chakra. Honesty. I love the picture here. So unlocking your truth, unlocking your communication, unlocking your voice, right? We've got truth, transparency, sincerity, and communication.
Yeah, unlock your throat chakra. That's what my little eggs are about. Look into it. Go to my website.
We've got kangaroo, which is courage. You are being tested. Have faith and stand in your truth. Like, you can't make that stuff up. And look at, like, again, with all the colorings of the cards, right? It's all about the throat chakra. We have conscious steps, considered action, and looking forward. So like Nancy Jean said, literally taking step by step by step through this transformation and unlocking your communication and your truth. And someone gave me a tip about singing. Singing out loud will literally help to open up that throat chakra. So it will also lift your vibration. So sing, blast the music, and just enjoy the journey, because it's a beautiful journey that you're on.
Okay. Let's see. Carol Lamb. You're our next comment. Let's see. Okay. This one we need to hide. And this one should be hidden, but it's not. I don't know why it keeps coming back. That's just a peculiarity of StreamYard.
Yeah. Kathy G says, I am disabled, but I knit and crochet, and I also paint sometimes. I love that. Absolutely, Bill, even if you can't. I mean, listen, you know, it's like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? You can sing in the shower and sing by yourself, and, you know, if the cats try to jump out the window, that's probably about the only thing that might happen, right? I say sing. Not sing so low that you can't hear anyone, as my grandfather used to say, but yeah, sing.
Okay. This question is about my abilities in connection to horses. Okay. I guess the question is, do you have it? And I know you've run a horse rescue, so you do. I'm going to throw into the garden, and for some reason, my mind stone escaped my hand. So we're going to roll it with 4 stones.
Dear.
It happens, and my room's dark, and I can't see the floor to figure it. I'm going to, trust me, I have to get the big broom and find it. I drop crystals all the time. I drop them till when I walk on my floor, it hurts my feet. Then I sweep. I mean, really, little ones. Okay, and you've got them in a line. Carol, you've got your body is in restate. Your options aren't clear. I know where you're coming from. You're not sure which direction you're going right at the moment, but your clarity's in water, And it says, you have the clarity you need. Follow one of the paths that will resolve this problem. Your grounding says mental actions are the path to your abundance, and it's happening right now because your spirit's exactly between future and present. And when it's there, it means be patient. Your transmutation isn't exactly ready, but changes are happening right now. So, however, you're opening up to how you're going to work with the horses, it's coming. Just be patient. And if that's what you've been pushing for,
Okay.
got it? Does that make
Sorry,
sense?
Eugene. Carol Lamb says I have to get his trust. Then I have to take him to the vet to put him down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. I don't know why, but I was feeling something about like freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, because horses represent freedom to a lot of people. And for whatever reason, I went immediately to horses are used an awful lot in terms of therapy for disabled children,
Right.
in terms of helping them with their core muscles, and of course, just that experience of the freedom.
And to be working with a living creature that's not judgmental of you.
Right. Because they're so majestic and powerful, right? But
Right.
yet you are the one that's in control, not the other way around. It's a very interesting thing. I have really odd cards here, so hopefully Nancy Jean can help me make sense of them. I've got this card again about thought vibrations, so resonant voices and signature signals. I've also got Eagle, which is your ancestral healing. So your ancestors are holding space for you to heal. Obviously, this is really, a difficult thing that you're going to have to do. And I think that there are people around you, right? Your spirit team, your guides, your ancestors that are trying to help you with that. This is interesting. Reaching your destination, the bubbles as it sort of floats, which is your light is shining brightly. I don't know that makes total sense, but I feel like you're going to get through this via your spirit team and your connection, right?
Okay.
Carol says, I have to release my ego, connect with him, then take him to his death.
That's true. Okay, let's see. The other part of this is your trust going to come through soon? I know more about this trust because I've done a reading. So yes, I see it coming. I think I saw October for you with this before. Is October the time frame? It's October to November because it kind of was a little off, yes, towards no, but October, it's definitely this fall. Okay, now, got to go back to comments. Okay, this is the next one to show. I have a job offer in California. I would be relocating from Indiana. Well, is that a good move?
Hello? No, I'm just kidding. Weather. See,
Yeah,
I'm from Canada, so if I could go to a sunny place where I don't have to have any more snow, I'm like all there.
I grew up in Illinois, and I lived through the worst blizzard we'd had in my 18 years. I had to dig out my family's front door. I had to choose between a Midwestern college, an Eastern college, or a Southern college. And as I was digging out the front door, and that was a weekend when you kind of had to send your letter and let them know, I said, I bet you doesn't do this in Texas. I live in Texas. Okay, I'm going to throw another Yellowstone in with these to give her.
You're welcome, Carol.
Yeah, Carol, blessings to you, sweetie. You've been through it. Okay. Okay. See another bright Yellowstone. Job offer in California. Spirit and air. Yeah, this is really going to transform your thinking, and you need to go there. And you've got another one up here. You've got air future. and crown chakra. Didn't hit any of those three, but your clarity comes from be sure your thoughts are clear. Look at all of the possibilities that are going on here. It's very much pulling you to a new future. And ideas that are planted here will flourish. And you got clarity in the crown chakra. It's all, I think any doubts you have about it are going to get erased very, very quickly. And as far as how you feel, you're tied to where you live right now. Your mind is in the fire. Don't become tied to false energy of the past. Your values, our clarification comes from you're going to have to leave a lot behind you and realize, yes, it's going to go away because it should have gone away a while ago. I think your body is you're feeling your past, but you're also wanting to move forward, wanting your physical self to move forward. So I think it would be a good move.
I think it's going to be a great experience for you. And I think that it is exactly what you need to put yourself in a whole new light, which is beautiful. So we start out with the 8 of Fire, things moving really, really quickly, right? Lots of activity, things happening really fast. There's that doubt that Nancy Jean was talking about. We've got the 7 of Fire. Being resistant, feeling slightly challenged.
Don't beat up only daughter because she's human. Any of us would get that way about it.
No, absolutely, right? 7 of Earth. So that's like an 8, a 7, and a 7. Nancy Jean's really good with numerology. Add that up real fast. So 7 of Earth, investment, but this is about patience, right? That's 7 of Earth, and for you, this is about your patience, right? I feel like you're doing like the adult shell game, right? Like, should I do this? And if I do this, then that will happen. And what about this? That's what you're doing. Get off that hamster wheel and try to enjoy it, right? I want you to take it back to the simple thing and think to yourself, you know what? I am proud of myself because I've got this job offer. Like, celebrate that for a minute. Before you've already I have to leave, and what if I don't like it, and all that kind of stuff, right?
Your cards were an 8, a 7, and a 7.
Yes.
That's 22. That's a master number.
There you go, my friend. We've got renewal, which is the judgment card in the traditional tarot. This is about self-evaluation and a rebirth. And I pulled this card for you, which is a prayer from the guardian angel, and it can't be more perfect. Dear guardian angel, help me to believe that all is possible through love. Help me manifest my dreams and live an inspiring and fulfilling life. Help me to feel God's presence in every moment. Help me to feel eternally loved. Thank you for being always by my side. So this is about, this is testing your patience and your resilience and your determination. And I think what you need, what I would do if I was in your spot, because I would be totally freaking out. I'd be having panic attacks all over the place. I'd take a break back to the point where I'm going to take out my resume. My mama always said, if you forget who you are and what you have to offer, whip out your resume and read it. Remind yourself of who you are and celebrate the crap out of it. This is exciting.
That's right.
You should be relishing in that.
Okay, we're going to go to any messages from spirit guides for Esther. Well, we already answered the question about it was her daughter, right? Yeah.
Yeah, about her daughter having a panic attack or an anxiety attack.
I'm going to pull one more surrender card, and this is what your spirit guides are trying to say to you.
Thank you, everyone, for being here and for all of the support in the chat, to Caro and also to Kathy G, as well as to Esther. You guys are awesome. I'm watching everything and reading everything. Thank you so much, Nancy Jean, for allowing me to join you again today.
No, you're great. I mean, it really helps to have another set of perspectives on what's going on. You need to surrender to fear. Let go of fearful stories. You are telling yourself, stay in the moment, focus on situations, and celebrate every baby step you're making forward. That's your message for you today. And I think there couldn't be a more perfect one considering what you've been going through. So,
Yeah. I pulled really quick. I got the dolphin, which is listening. Okay. There is messages coming through, things happening for you. Listen to yourself, right? Listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, listen to your inner knowledge. We all have it, even though we all don't, listen to it. Think of yourself as your best friend. Maybe do some mirror work. Look in the mirror and tell your reflection what your best friend would tell you in terms of keeping you on the straight and narrow so that you don't get sidetracked.
Okay. And we've got one more comment to show. Happy birthday to everybody. And I'm going to remove. Okay. And so we're going to make us equal. It is my channel after a while. Happy birthday. And thank you much, Jolene. She's a person who shows up frequently in our chat and is a lot of fun. And I think that's pretty much, we're right at, oh, thank you, Oil Painter, for your contribution.
We didn't miss
Okay. What's going on? Okay. Saturday afternoon at 4:30 Central Daylight Time, 2:30 Pacific Time, I'm going to do a live with Intuitive View Kim, and I'm going to teach her numerology the way I teach it, which is from the aspect of the 1 to 9 in Tarot and 1 to 9 in sacred geometry. And I'm going to build a little grid on the show to talk about how the numbers work in a grid. I'm going to talk about, I used to teach Tarot, and people are all over me now. You need to teach it again. But my first lesson was numerology 1 to 9. And then if you get the 4 suits, you've got all that. That's like 3/4 of the deck easily, and I think Kelly can testify to this more than anybody else. I taught her Tarot that way. She was working with the cards before, but it kind of gives you a framework to start to understand and see how all these things are interrelated. And of course, then I used those same concepts to pull in sacred geometry, which made it easier for me to understand the meaning of the numbers in sacred geometry. I'm doing that at 2:30 Pacific Time, 4:30 my time, Central Daylight Time. I will send out a link, but we're going to be on Intuitive View's channel. She's doing it live. So we'll have her charming husband to be the admin in the back, I think. Awesome. I don't know. But then Tuesday the 30th, I'm going to be on Sheila's channel, Celtic Tarot, with Ann Perry. If you've never seen Ann Perry, I know this much about numerology. She knows this much about numerology.
She's amazing.
She's from Newfoundland. Amazing. She's another brilliant Canadian. She actually was born in the same area of Ontario my parents were. And we've had some conversations back and forth, but I'm going to do a quick show with her, and we're doing it on Sheila's channel so Sheila can play background for me. And on that, we'll be doing just life path information. And if you've never seen her do this, we're going to have about 45 minutes. We're not taking questions early. You have to be on the live feed to see it. And I know it's not the time I usually run my shows, but when people say I can come at this time, you don't say no.
Exactly, especially to Ann Perry. No.
Yeah, Ann Perry, because she actually runs a Clarity. It's called Clarity Collection or Clarity Connection or something. I actually belong to it. You'd think I'd know the name, but it's one of the few things I pay for every month. She has 45 lessons right out there right now. You can go get the videotapes and check them out. She also has a lot of other things. She's constantly bringing people on. And one of the people she's going to bring on about sacred geometry, I'm sure that person's absolutely brilliant at it. We'll see.
That's awesome, Nancy Jane. That's going to be fabulous.
Who's calling me? Oh, dear. Someone called me. Carol Ann. I will have to get the trust. Carol, I think your trust is going to come through. Don't worry about it. This is so hard. I know waiting on money is tough stuff.
It is tough. Thank you, Miter. Appreciate that. I love Nancy Jean. I absolutely adore her. She is always been just a huge supporter of mine, and I am just a huge fan of hers. I just love her to bits. So
Yeah, see, the universe keeps connecting me up to Canadians like they think I understand who they are since I was raised by two of them. And I love it. I love with you and I love with Ann Perry, the Aboot. You're
yeah,
not so bad, but I mean, when I say Aboot, I say it heavy because I was raised with it, but man, my mom would hear any Canadian sounds coming out of our mouths, and she turned us into little Chicagoans, which is not an improvement.
really.
Anyway, yes, I think we read well together. I think there are so many brilliant Canadians, Tracy. That's true.
Tracy is one of them.
Is Tracy one too? Okay, and this one needs to go away. No,
Tracy is one of them. Tracy and I will be reading together on Saturday. We'll be on Run Unconditional Love. I don't even know if Tracy knows that yet or not, but there you have it. Here, folks, an exclusive.
Finding out live on air. You're going to be here on this day, or else.
Yeah. So I want everyone to know I'm doing my fire pit, my Friday fire pit thing. So if anyone's lurking about on Friday at around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, drop by. We'll be doing the Friday at the Fire Pit where we just kind of hang out and we tell all kinds of weird stories. We have lots of fun. It's just a great opportunity to let your hair down. And I have Ron Unconditional Love and Herc213 joining me. So,
and thank you to Vicki Howell.
Thank you, Vicki.
Thank you for supporting us. Oh, yeah. Old Painter's a youper.
Which is like a Canadian. Absolutely.
Yes. I mean, and I think the fact we all have those different flavors built into us is important. Absolutely. And with that, we're going to let you go back to the reality of your own world for the time being. And we will, like I said, my next broadcast will be on Saturday. And if you follow my channel, I'll be sending out a notification about it. And then I won't be back. And I'll be on Sunday with Scott Allen, which is where all people go to get sick, because if you don't like politics, it's not the place for you. But we do discuss other things. And folks, we are in the middle of huge change, but it can only happen when each of us individually, it's the same thing as a spiritual change. Everybody has to be in the mix. You have to decide where your vibration goes. The box you check in November has a whole lot to do with where all of our vibrations are going to go. I know yesterday my household became, I think it's $32,000 richer because one of my kids got rid of $20,000 worth of student debt. The other one ditched 10. And guys, you want to know who I owed about $2,000 left on money I had to borrow because my son was 17 when he entered college and he needed money for his room and board. He has been out of school. He's 32 years old. Okay, that's how long he's been out of school. I had about $2,000 left to pay on it. As of yesterday, I don't have that money. That does not mean you can't contribute to my channel, but I mean, I just don't have to spend it on that. I can buy more decks, get new stones. Anyway, thank you to everybody. Thank you to Kelly for being here. And I'll see you next week on Tuesday and probably again on Thursday with Let's Catch Up on Everything. Okay, guys. Bye.
Blessings.